we the people. Yeah, we the people.
All right, we're streaming live on another episode of We the People, and I got to tell you, and I want to be very clear to everybody out there. You know, they say, well, you know, what is you know, we know it's kind of like we the people, we fight, we're together. It's unity, it's a family, it's patriots of the United States of America. It's what we're doing here. This is not just about, blood relatives, my mother, my sister, my father, someone that was born into a family. This is a community. This is unity. This is like, holy shit, our country's in trouble. Who is the good ones? Who's the bad ones? How do you decipher it through? And I had this epiphany that we're turning off a lot of people because from the other side with the Democrats and the liberals and all that, and they're just like, well, we can't side with Donald Trump, so where do we go? If the Democrats are truly bad and there truly is no more Democratic Party and it's being run maybe possibly by taken over by socialism or communism, and the true good Democrats that are out there are getting pushed out or bullied out of there, like Gen X. Gen X or above Gen X, baby boomers, the ones that, let's go John F. Kennedy, JFK in the 60s. Well, coming up, those were really good Democrats. And they're in their 80s or 70s and 90s. And they're not going to be here anymore. So we had to get rid of the Republican hat. We took off the Donald Trump hat. I'm very clear. We are Trump supporters here on this platform. And we will call our president if he does something that we don't align with. We'll be the first ones to say, "Hey, Mr. President, what are you doing? What are you thinking? What's going on here? Let's get things rolling." I get myself caught up also with a lack of patience, and I gotta reel myself back in because I know what our president is made of, and I know what he's doing. And you have to have confidence that the right man is there in the job at the time that we need him. So I got rid of the Republican hat, and I said, and I got rid of all that, and I said, I don't care at this point. I don't even want to know what you are. I don't want to know if you're a Republican. I don't want to know if you're a Democrat. I don't want to know if you're a liberal. I don't want to know if you're an independent or progressive. The only thing I want to know is, do you have the best interest of the United States of America or you don't? I want to know, are you waving the American flag or are you choosing to wave a flag of another country in place of your own home? Are you on the side of good or are you on the side of evil? Do you believe in God or do you believe in a higher power? At this point, I don't care if you pray to a turtle. Okay, but you have to have some kind of substance in your life with stability, and coming with prayers brings that into people's homes and people's lives. It really does save a lot of people. It's a unity of being together, believing in a higher power, and you can see as on Sundays, most of us that are watching and the followers that we have, whether it's on TikTok with us now, Facebook streaming upstairs, Instagram, Rumble, YouTube, at the First America Warehouse, most of the time you'll see us on a Sunday with our families praying in a church or praying at a temple, with our families, whether you're Jewish or Christian, because, I'm always very clear that, me growing up Jewish, I was born Jewish, and the only reason why I know that I'm Jewish because my mother told me I was Jewish, unless she's lying to me. And I got a bar mitzvah when I was 13 years old, so traditionally I'm Jewish, but I'm also smart enough to know that this is a Christian nation. And we are living in a country that is dominated by their Lord and their Savior, Jesus Christ. Doesn't mean we all have to believe in Jesus Christ, or you do believe in Jesus Christ, but you damn well better respect it. And when you come to this country, we ask you that you must assimilate. And we're very clear right now. We've got 2 messages that I've been running on all of my platforms. Thank you very much for your stay. Thank you very much for being here. If you're an illegal immigrant or your visa is overrun and you've overstayed your welcome, we basically said, well, it's time for you to go, and now you have to get the fuck out of our country because we, the people, have had enough. And we see what's happening. We see what's going on, and they're not being quiet about it anymore. They're coming straight at you. They used to hide it, hush up, fit in, hide in between the communities. And that's not what's happening anymore. They're here to stay. We're on every corner. America better know this is our country. Allah, Muhammad. This is Muhammad and Allah's land. This is the ideology. We're here to stay. We're here. You don't come to Islam. You don't come to Sharia law. You don't want to become what we are. Well, then you are. I hear this word coming, throwing out. And by the way, I'm not making this shit up. This is what they're saying to me. Hey, midnight, you're not going to convert. You're an infidel. Midnight, you know what my God tells us to do to infidels? If you're not going to convert to Islam, so at what point do we stand up? And what point do we have to fight back? And we are the peaceful side. We are the moms, the dads, the sons, the daughters. You don't see us rioting in the middle of the streets during the day because we have lives. And we go to work all day, and we don't have time for this shit. We don't. But I would tell all the moms and the dads out there and the families that pay attention. Pay attention. Where are your children? I know where my kids are at. I can turn on my phone at any time, and I know exactly where my kids are at because they know that dad's going to be tracking them whether they like it or not, or none of them are going to have phones. None of them are going to have lives. They're going to be stuck in their rooms for a very, very long time until they figure this shit out of who the boss is in the household. I always tell you, don't fuck with your dad. Don't fuck with your mom. And we're not here to bust your balls. We're not here to give you a hard time. We're here to pass down the information of the crap that we have to that we've dealt with. And we want to pass our experiences forward to help you be a stronger foundation for your own family one day when we can't wait to be called grandparents so you can have your own children and have your own family to rule the roost. And one day, all of our children will be that mama, will be that dad, and we won't be here anymore. My son says, Dad, you're not going to go anywhere, right? You're going to be with me forever. And I would love to tell him, yes, son, I'm going to be with you forever, but that's not the case. One day they are going to be on their own. And my job is when I'm not here anymore is that they're going to be able to stand on their own 2 feet. And they're going to be men. And my daughter's going to be a beautiful, beautiful woman. And whatever she chooses to do, it's going to be in humanity. And she's going to know that she is an American over here in the United States of America. And she's going to be very, very well equipped with everything that I teach her every single day. Be proud. Be smart. Be vigilant. Today, keep your head on a swivel. Be aware of your surroundings. Because, unfortunately, we came off a horrible 4 years. The Joe Biden, the Kamala Harris administration was an absolute one of the worst things that have ever happened to the United States of America. They have tried to convince the people in the United States, our children, our women, our loved ones, they try to convince us that common sense, throw it out, whatever you think, and you have put some ideas together of common sense. And if it makes sense to you, well, most likely under our rule of roost and our rule of thumb, it doesn't make sense. Biological boys, of course they should be in the locker room with your biological daughters. Telling them otherwise will hurt their feelings. Telling them that they can't wear a dress, telling them they can't wear a wig. Hey, listen, we never told you can't wear a dress, and we never told you that you can't wear a wig. But what we told you is being a biological boy, you are not going to be in a locker room with our biological daughters. And I don't think anything out of that is doesn't make sense. That's as common sense as you're going to get. And when my daughter walks into a public bathroom, I make sure that there is no men in that bathroom, or biological man in that bathroom. I will absolutely check that bathroom out. I will say hello first, knock respectfully, knock peacefully, and then when my daughter goes in there, I will be guarding that bathroom to make sure nobody's going to be walking in on her. These are really things that I can't even believe we're discussing and we're talking about, outside of illegal immigration. If you are here illegally, by the definition here in the United States of America, you are a criminal, period. That's what you are. I didn't make the rules. You guys didn't make the rules. We all voted for it. Oh, well, if you want to change the rules, you guys can, vote again on it and maybe come up with something else. But until that says you are here, you're illegally, you're a criminal, now it's time for you to leave. And I recommend everybody should self-deport, because if you self-deport, then you have the opportunity to come back into this country. If you get deported by this country, the odds are ever here coming again is second to none. It's never going to happen. Most likely never happen. So we got a lot of talk about Zohran Mamdani, King Charles, Jimmy Kimmel, disgusting, the rhetoric that came out of his mouth. He should be fired immediately. ABC, Disney should be ashamed of themselves for every moment that guy is still on national TV with the violence that he incited is absolutely disgusting. We got about 10 seconds left in commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to show some assets of Jimmy Kimmel and the First Lady. We'll see you back when we get back. Midnight.
Most people think they have options when searching for the best deals when they travel. But here's the shocking truth. 100% of the major travel agencies are owned by just two entities, Expedia and Booking Holdings. They claim to offer the lowest rates, but due to the hotel rate parity agreement, they all have the same pricing, limiting genuine competition. When you book through these sites, you act as your own travel agent. But the profits are going to organizations that don't support our patriot values. We cannot allow that to continue. So, we decided to make travel great again by starting a US-based travel membership platform, mypatriottravel.com. We are patriots helping patriots. Together, we can disrupt the travel industry by not spending our hard-earned dollars supporting the radical left. For just $29.99 per month, you gain access to true wholesale rates on travel, saving you on average 35% and up to 65%. Book as often as you like, with no limits. Keep your hard-earned dollars in your pocket and spend them on things you need and want to support. Go to mypatriottravel.com/TAFW and grab your membership today. mypatriottravel.com/TAFW. Making travel great again.
Are you a true American? Then it's time to get connected. Download the America First Media and Television app and stay up to date with real news, bold voices, and live events from the America First Warehouse. From national broadcasts and exclusive shows to comedy nights, concerts, and special events. It's all right at your fingertips. No filters, no spin, just America First. Download the America First Media and Television app today and be part of the movement.
I'm sure you guys remember the platinum single Justice for All with Donald Trump and the J6 Prison Choir. Well, get ready for round two. We're coming out with Anthem of the Free with High Res and the J6 Prison Choir. It's coming out now. It's pre-sale until December 19th when it drops. Get yours on all platforms, Google Play, Apple iTunes. Get it. It's going to be hot.
Justice for all, our voices ring. The anthem of the free.
It's me, Joe the Box, the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land.
The America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see, a symbol of humility. For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free. In the America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
All right, we are back again. I want to be also. We are streaming live out of Long Island. This place is absolutely unbelievable. I'm going to put together some kind of private event for the midnight where we're going to invite a lot of people down here because I love to see if so. So when I will put this together for the America First Warehouse, and obviously you can download the app. You can see it on the screen. Make sure. That look out. We're going to put this invitation together, and we're going to invite a lot of people down. So if you're in the Northeast, when you're here, you let me know, and I'm going to get you a private invitation to come down here. But I got to tell you, as we're paying attention to everything that's going, there's so much going on right now between Iran, overseas. The king is here. And by the way, I'm laughing and we're all laughing right now. Everybody has been saying no ice, no kings, no ice. But meanwhile, King Charles is here and they're giving him a standing ovation while he's here. So everybody's screaming. The Democrats and liberals, I have to tell you, are some of the most hypocritical community I've ever met. It really goes, do what I say, but don't do what I do. And don't do what I say. Whatever that phrase goes, but it's amazing. They just continue to do everything against what they talk about. They say one thing, they do another. Protest against no kings. They welcome King Charles here with welcome arms. And by the way, I don't know if King Charles is a bad guy, good guy. I know that his country has completely been sold out by his prime minister. Keir Starmer is going to go down as the prime minister who sold out his country, and I feel so bad for the people in the United Kingdom. It's a disgrace. But a couple of things, I want to go over some stuff. I sent in some videos here. Let me just see something real quick. What I want to do is let's go to the first clip. I took pictures of these things so I can see them. But show first clip. And I'll go through this as we go. Let's show asset number one.
Of course, our First Lady Melania is here. Look at Melania, so beautiful. Mrs. Trump, you have a glow like an expectant widow. Melania's birthday is on Sunday. That's right. She's planning to celebrate at home the same way she always does, looking out a window and whispering, "What have I done?"
So Jimmy Kimmel comes out, right? And by the way, it's escalating. It's absolutely escalating. Jimmy Kimmel comes out and he basically tells Melania Trump that she's glowing and that she looks beautiful because there's a possibility that Donald Trump has lost his life. And if Donald Trump is not here with us no more, he's doing a referendum that she is just on fire and she's beautiful and she'd be so much happier without her husband. Who says that? Who? I don't understand. Who would say that to to someone's wife, that you look better because your husband is not alive? And then you ask Disney, well, what are you doing about it? And you ask ABC, what are you doing about it? So then Donald Trump comes in, right? Because King Charles is here. Donald Trump comes in and he makes a comment to, while he's at this luncheon, whatever. Let's take a look at asset number two, because Jimmy Kimmel, this just all flows right into each other. Let's pull up asset number two, what Donald Trump does with his wife.
Beautiful Mother Mary McLeod. She came to America at 19, met my incredible father. We loved him so much. We all loved him. We loved her. We loved him, Fred. And they were married for 63 years. And excuse me if you don't mind. That's a record we won't be able to match, darling. I'm sorry. Just not going to work out that way.
Wait a minute. Did he just make a joke about his death? You should be fired for that. Only Donald Trump would demand I be fired for making a joke about his old age and then a day later go out and make a joke about his own old age.
So then you're watching a clip of Donald Trump looking at his beautiful wife. And by the way, if you have not had the pleasure or the privilege of meeting Melania, which I have. I got to tell you, you think she's beautiful on TV. You got to see her in real life, and she's just elegant. She's so just amazing. She lights up a room when she walks in, and she really is just a really good person, standing up for women and children and doing everything she can to make a difference for humanity. So this idiot, Jimmy Kimmel, right, he starts off talking about this joke on TV, which was not funny. And by the way, the joke, I think, was written by his wife. So Jimmy Kimmel's wife is the one that actually, if you guys don't know that, whether you're on TikTok or anything, if you don't know that, Jimmy Kimmel's wife is the one that makes, I think she writes up the stuff. And so then he has to approve it. He can't say unless he approves it. So he goes on, he talks about this. And then Donald Trump, the very next day or whatever, a couple of days later, whatever it is, he looks at his beautiful wife, because he knows he's almost 80 years old and his wife is much younger than him. And he's talking about how his parents were married for like 60 years, 60 plus years, 63 years. How beautiful was that, right? And he looks at it and he says, you know, my darling, my love, or whatever he says to Melania, it's unfortunate, but, you know, we're not going to break that record. And then Jimmy Kimmel grabs a hold of that clip. He plays it on his show and he double downs on it. Right? He double downs on it. And he comes out and says, oh, look at that. Now Donald Trump is making jokes about his age. And because you can watch Jimmy Kimmel like he's excited because it's an opportunity for him to possibly get out of this. He's like walking backwards, like he's backstepping, saying this is an opportunity. Maybe I can, you know, lie more about this. Like I didn't really say what I said. And Donald Trump is saying the same jokes. You know, I really think Jimmy Kimmel, he should be ashamed of himself. Not a good human being, not a good guy, and Trump still trying to laugh it off, you know, being the gentleman that he is. So then we've got Erica Kirk coming on. Erica Kirk comes on now, and she's now doubling down on the bullshit of Jimmy Kimmel and calling him out. How disgusting this was. Let's take a look at asset number 3, Erica Kirk talking about how she feels about what the temperatures of the United States of America in this country and how disgusting the comments were of what Jimmy Kimmel said.
We may have big problems with illegal immigration in this country. I have to tell you, we have an even bigger problem when it comes to the systemic indoctrination and radicalization of our own citizens. This is what got my husband killed. This is what has led to 3 legitimate attempts on President Trump's life. And I can speak firsthand to that unbearable toll that this must take on our First Lady. There has never been a president who has faced this many assassination attempts in Americans' entire history. And after each one, the reaction from the far left has been, at best, a shrug, and in some cases, a sick disappointment that the shooter was unsuccessful. We are all human beings. And if you can just pause and just take a minute and ask yourself, how would you feel if even just one person made cruel jokes about the attempted murder of your loved one? That is what Jimmy Kimmel did to the First Lady. He said that she had the glow of an expected widow. The glow of an expected widow. Just 48 hours before that nightmare almost became a reality.
A glow of an expected widow. At what point, I mean, honestly, I want to know at what point do we say that it is acceptable to start fighting back? That's what I want to know. How long do we stay silent? How long do we stay quiet? How long do we not match pound for pound? Because I can tell you that if we come and the Republican Party and the conservative movement, if we decide to bring it, it will be an absolute decimation. We are the 5th largest army in this world. Don't have to depend on our government to take care of us. We're moms, we're dads, we're hunters, we're gatherers. New Yorkers, Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana. I get DMs and texts midnight. When are we ready? We are ready. We're ready. Where do we go? How much longer? How much more do we take of this? We're the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, Marines. Believe me, there's very, very few in between Democrats that are going into the armed services. They don't want to be there unless they're using it for an education. And most likely those guys are sitting behind the desk. But the people that are training, the people that are ready, the people that are ready to go, oh, they're on the front lines, they're running. They're in the oceans, they're in the mountains, they're in the sands, they're in the dunes, they're on helicopters, they're on planes, they're jumping out of parachutes, and they're searching down at the bottom of the ocean. They are survivors. They are warriors. And at what point do we say that we had enough, that our common sense is we are going to protect it all the way through, that this is the United States of America, and we, the people, said that we had enough, and to all the illegal immigrants that are still here that didn't self-deport, now it's time, GTFO, it's time for you to get the fuck out. And that's it. And by the way, I'm also pushing, Donald Trump's left a message, and I love it, is that over here in the United States of America, we are not going to speak English anymore. We are now going to speak American. English is for England. American is for Americans. And that's really what we're going to be pushing this movement. We are going to make this and take this back to the greatest country that this world has ever seen. 5 more seconds to commercial break. I'm pumped up. I'm excited. And we'll talk about corruption and inclusion after this. Woo!
Need to move and celebrate freedom like never before. The America First Warehouse proudly presents Freedom in Motion, America 250. Join Lisa for an electrifying dance fitness fundraiser designed to get your heart pumping and your spirit soaring. This dynamic 6-week session is perfect for all fitness levels, whether you're just starting out or ready to level up your routine. Feel the energy of an epic patriotic playlist. Boost your fitness, learn exciting new moves, and relieve stress while having an absolute blast. All for just $100 per person, and it all supports a great cause. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Come dance, get fit, and celebrate America 250 in motion.
Politics feeling broken? What if you could match with politicians the way you match on a dating app, but based on real values? Meet OpScore from Go USA, the first ever values-based political matchmaker. Think Match.com for elections that aligns voters with politicians. We score politicians on a nonpartisan scale based on your priorities. Track your politician scores and take our OpScore Challenge survey to match with leaders who align with you at opscore.org. Stop voting blind. Start matching smart. Politicians work for you.
Are you a true American? Then it's time to get connected. Download the America First Media and Television app and stay up to date with real news, bold voices, and live events from the America First Warehouse. From national broadcasts and exclusive shows to comedy nights, concerts, and special events. It's all right at your fingertips. No filters, no spin, just America First. Download the America First Media and Television app today and be part of the movement.
If the vote count is accurate, then how come the number of voters is different? And if it's not accurate, then why was it certified? We are suing Letitia James and the New York State Board of Elections for a conspiracy against fundamental rights. This is not about who won. It's not about what party. It's about the fact that they don't care about your rights.
It's me, Joe the Box, and I'm John the Blanket with the America First Podcast.
That's what I'm talking about. The Fred Rubino Podcast coming to you from the America First Warehouse.
Welcome, everybody, to the James Justice Show, tearing these airwaves apart with all the craziness that goes on in the world.
Welcome to the Patriots Podcast. Good evening, everyone.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the On the Right Side podcast here at the America First Warehouse in Long Island, New York.
Shane Jenkins here with another episode of Liberty's Cage.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to our podcast, Red, Right, and True.
We are streaming live on America First Media and Television app.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Downey Jr. Podcast. Be free, stay free.
The America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
Oh, welcome back to the America First Warehouse. I got to tell you, with we're streaming live with our podcast because we the people. We're really starting to get this going. and we're starting to figure out a way. I got to tell you, doing a podcast is much, much different than social media. It's a much different platform. I'm still getting used to it. I think for never doing this before, I think we're making some leaps and bounds. We're getting a lot of people, but we're going to figure a way how to really, really explode this. What I love about this podcast that we're doing, it's basically for all intents and purposes, it's ours. We are like the gods of the podcast, and no disrespect to God. But we get to run it, and we get to see it, and we get to make the decision of what we're going to say and what we're going to do. And the only reason why I'm not completely raw on here is because we've got TikTok with us, and we know that TikTok, out of all the platforms that are out there, they love to violate and violate and violate. And we're not going to attack them too bad today. But you haven't been too good. I got to tell you, you haven't been a good partner. You've treated the Midnight pretty bad, TikTok. I got to be honest with you. You haven't been treating us too kindly, too nicely. But we're gonna do everything we can to partner up with you. But the thing that we're talking about here is, what are we going to do here in the United States of America to give the people relief and comfort and the security to know that they are going to be okay and they're going to be all right, and we don't have to worry about our children being trafficked or taken or compromised or abused or whatever else comes along with that. Remember, 400,000 children were trafficked last year out of the United States of America. 400,000 children have gone missing. We don't know where they are. Are they in our backyards? Are they in their neighborhoods? Are they in our schools? Are they, they've got to be somewhere. They're not just hiding underneath the ground, right? So we've got to put a department together to do a much better job, hunting down these animals that are hunting our children. And we tell them that our women and our children, they've got to know that they're off limits, and we need to change the laws where we need to make the punishment so bad. We need to make the punishment so bad that they won't even think about touching anybody in our families. I always say, you take a life, you forfeit your life. And it's a joke when we see these men and these people on death row for years upon years upon years, and then these crooked judges and these crooked blue states trying to, they reward the criminals. That's what they do. I see them, they reward them, and they punish the victims. I've never seen anything in my life. And it started with, and now we're in Corruptionville. $19 billion going out of the state of Minnesota. No arrests. It's starting now. They're starting with the little minions. The little minions are being attacked. The little minions. But you know what? The minions are fine. We want the governor of Minnesota, Tim Walz. He should be indicted. That corrupt mayor out of Minneapolis, he knows what's going on. Jacob Fry, you know exactly what's going on. There should be an arrest made on you immediately. Attorney General Ellison, shame on him. Took the money, documented thousands upon thousands of dollars in his pocket. Why have we not arrested him? Because we sure damn know, while I'm on this podcast, if the Midnight was on the take for $10,000, guess who'll be sitting in jail and prison right now and probably going away for many, many years? Bullshit. They are not above the law. We, the people, have spoken, and we want the arrests of these corrupt politicians, and we want them now. And finally, we just see a young lady. I'm going to turn this around for you guys. That we just see this young lady get attacked from Turning Point USA. See, again, TikTok violated our lives, shut us down. But that's what we're talking about. But anyway, let's go to the clip on Turning Point USA. Let's go to asset number 4 on Turning Point USA.
Here exclusively to tell her stories, Savannah Hernandez, TPA USA Frontlines reporter. Savannah, I was very worried about you when I saw this video. It's very scary. I was standing exactly where you were standing back in January. And these people are crazy. Why did it escalate so quickly?
Well, let's make no mistake, Laura. This escalated because they found out that I work for Turning Point USA. This isn't the first time that I have been confronted and assaulted at this point for journalism on the streets of the United States of America. But since Charlie Kirk's assassination, this is now the third time that people have come up to me after I have not been interviewing, not been engaging, but simply being on the street and filming a protest, figured out I work for Turning Point USA, and have made a point to confront me, to threaten me, to harass me, and now brutally assault me to prove a point. So that's why this escalated, Laura. I wasn't interviewing anybody. I wasn't engaging with anybody. And I apologize. This is the first time I'm talking about this assault, and I'm scared to report, Laura. This is my job. It's what I've been doing for the last 6 years. And I'm terrified to do my job. I can't even interview people properly on the street because I got brutally assaulted and pushed to the ground by a 250-pound man for simply going and reporting on anti-ICE activities. I made a point not to engage, Laura, because I know the left wing is violent. They assassinated Charlie Kirk last year, and now they're coming for each and every single Turning Point USA employee because they know they can get away with it because the local jurisdictions aren't going to charge them.
I mean, you watch that video, right? You watch that video, and this young girl from Turning Point USA, basically, she just showed up just to document. She wasn't talking to anybody. She wasn't interviewing anybody. She was just filming about what's happening down there against people that are protesting against ICE. And she would have been fine until someone said, well, she's from Turning Point USA. And that's when it got chaotic. And then that father put his hands on her. What'd she say, 280 pounds? Violated her, threw her on the ground, pushed her. But this is what they do. This is the difference between us and them. I don't agree with anything they talk about. They're very, very rare. There's not too many things I can ever say that I can agree with what they're talking about, right? But I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't want to take anybody's life. I don't want to assault anybody, violently put my hands. Could you imagine me putting my hands on that? And I'm like 200. They said that she's 270, 280, that guy. I'm like 250. And I'm a big guy. I would never, ever think of lifting my hands to that young girl because she was down there documenting. And if she wanted to interview me, I'd politely say, no, thank you. I'm not interested in talking to you. And that'd be the end of the day. But this is what they do. This is what they do. And it's beyond anything I've ever seen. They continue to say that they're the party of the peace. They're the party of doing the good things. They're on the side of humanity. We're the evil ones. We're the Nazis. We're the racists. We're the Islamophobics. Excuse me. If I don't align myself with a false prophet by the name of Muhammad that married a 6-year-old girl and consummated a marriage when she was 9 years old, and it said somewhere in the Quran, I believe, that she was still playing with her dolls when she was taken by this animal. And if that's the definition of Islamophobic, then sign me up, because that's exactly who I am. Because if Muhammad was alive and well today, and he was living here in the United States of America, he would be living in prison for the rest of his life for compromising women and compromising children, and he'd be labeled somewhere all over social media as a pedophile. That's who Muhammad would be. And you've got all these men praying and praising to him, and they're here, by the way, indoctrinating our children. I saw it firsthand. That Hassan Piker, which, by the way, he didn't show up to his own thing. He just didn't show. He says, "Oh, I fear for my life." Well, I wonder why you fear for your life. Why you in any fear at all? Maybe because your rhetoric that you're pouring out there is you hate everybody else except if you have not converted. If you converted to Islam, that's okay. Those are the good people. But if you haven't converted to Islam, you're an infidel. You don't belong here. You have the right to wipe us off the face of the earth. Who even talks like this? Who even wants to bother and put energy into this shit? It's amazing to me that we allow this to happen, and it's not just here. We are basically the last country standing. They said they're going after Texas because that's the heartland of America, and they're going after New York because that's the financial line to America. If they can take down New York and they can take down Texas, the rest of the country will be easy as pie. So I say, when are we going to stand up against this? United we stand, divided we fall. We the people do not label you as Republicans, Democrats, Independents, or Liberals. We the people are we the people. People who care about America. People who are grateful, not entitled. Ready to get up and fight for your family and fight for your country. That's who we are. That's what we are doing here. We don't candy coat our messages. We are here for our country. We raise our flag, and we raise our flag only unless there's another flag that's an ally. But I can promise you, the flag of that ally will never be above the flag of the United States of America. We might fly it, but it will be flying underneath the red, white, and blue. And we won't continue. We won't stop. And we won't stop. And we won't stop. Our president left a clear message to us that day in Butler when they tried to take his life. He got up from the ashes and he said, fight and fight and fight. And that's what we intend to do. And we will see this through. We will not let any of you down. We will not back away from anybody. We're going to come back with a last segment. We're going to talk about other things midnight. Woo!
Hey, Joe the Box, the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land.
The America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see. A symbol of humility. For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free. In the America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
The America First Ultra MAGA Store. For all your MAGA needs. We sell t-shirts, tumblers, flags, hats, sneakers, bumper stickers, and a whole lot more. The most patriotic America First retail store. The America First Ultra MAGA Store.
Get ready to move and celebrate freedom like never before. The America First Warehouse proudly presents Freedom in Motion, America 250. Join Lisa for an electrifying dance fitness fundraiser designed to get your heart pumping and your spirit soaring. This dynamic 6-week session is perfect for all fitness levels, whether you're just starting out or ready to level up your routine. Feel the energy of an epic patriotic playlist. Boost your fitness, learn exciting new moves, and relieve stress while having an absolute blast. All for just $100 per person, and it all supports a great cause. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Come dance, get fit, and celebrate America 250 in motion.
Corporate transfer. Fine professional, moving and storage, and inventory management.
America First Warehouse was really the most patriotic venue that you can ever imagine. We wanted to build something for people to be able to come to and feel so comfortable and so relaxed, because there is nothing out there like it. We give an opportunity for people to really feel good about themselves and about this great country.
The America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
We are back, live with We the People podcast. And I'm excited because we've got so many good things going on. And, if you were not paying attention to what's happening in West Virginia, you should pay attention as the judge got involved. And the judge basically just threw it out. Just absolutely said, absolutely not. You're not redistricting. It is not. It's unconstitutional. We won't let you. We won't let you do that. And then on top of that, you need to also pay attention to Virginia. I am so proud of the people of Virginia. Thousands upon thousands of Democrats have said we had enough. We can't live like this. We are going to. We're registering as Republicans, and it is amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm so proud of the people in Virginia. They are going to fight and fight and fight. I'm telling you, everybody pay attention and ride the red wave between West Virginia and Virginia. They're telling us, by the good grace of God, these are all signs that if we get up, we will not lose our country. If we get up and we continue to fight, we will not go anywhere. I'm telling you, this is it. This is an opportunity. If the signs are on the walls, guys, it is written. We are on the good side of humanity. We are the side of our families. We are on the side of structure. We are on the side of working a good day's work. We are on the side of God. We are on the side of not attacking ICE agents. We're on the side of not attacking federal agents. We are on the side of not letting anybody just pour into our countries unproper documented, no proper vetting. We are on the side of not letting biological boys continue to be in the locker rooms with our biological daughters. Everything that we do and everything we fight for is in the fight for good. It's amazing how there's even a discussion of what party are you going to be part of. There can't be this many bad people here in the United States of America. There can't be. So what is it? Is there brainwashing going on? Is there a zombie land? Are these not human beings? Are they AI? Maybe these are robots. I don't know. Because I know growing up in Long Island, it was okay. Anybody disagreed. It was okay to disagree. But if you fucked with my neighbor or anybody else, or they fucked with me, oh my God, that superseded over everything. Midnight, I got no, we could be in a fight, we could be arguing, but nobody's going to be hurting my friends. I'm the only one that can hurt my friends. So I want to show you this. There's a couple more assets that we got. I want to go down the line here. The next asset I want to show you, because I want to touch the corruption and the collusion that's going on. I want to skip to asset number 6, and the reason why I'm going to 6 first is because I want to give Nick Shirley the credit for what he has done. Nick Shirley is a hero, a patriot to the United States of America. I want you to look at Nick Shirley on this video. Just so happy about his work is finally paying off.
Ladies and gentlemen, the day has come. The Quality Learning Center has officially been raided.
Now, large-scale raids targeting federal fraud currently underway. Federal agents seem leaving the Quality Learning Center, and Brooke Taylor has more on that.
And so there you have it. After everything that's been said and done by politicians like Ilhan Omar, Tim Walz about the fraud and about the fraud not existing and there being no fraud inside these daycares, well, 22 court-approved search warrants have been going out today across Minnesota to go and see what's happening. So,
I mean, it's amazing. So the raids are happening. Arrests are being made. You're going to see 22 fake child daycare centers. Quality Learning Center's one of them, right? It's supposed to be Quality Learning Center. FBI all over Minnesota. It's happening. It's going to start like this, but we need to see the big arrests. So Nick Shirley goes out. We all know what Nick Shirley did. And now he's got to walk around with a bodyguard. His life is being threatened every single day. The bad people that was stealing from us is threatening Nick Shirley for doing good things. How about that? Sick. State of California is trying to make it illegal for people like Nick Shirley, like he would be arrested for uncovering stuff like this. I can't even believe, Republican governors coming down the pipe in New York. I'm going to tell you right now, New York, you've got to get your shit together. A vote for Kathy Hochul is a vote for Zohran Mamdani. A vote for Kathy Hochul is a vote for Sharia law. Now, I'm not saying Kathy Hochul's good or bad, but I'm telling you right now, I see it. Kathy Hochul is afraid of Zohran Mamdani. She's scared. I can see it in her eyes. She doesn't know what to do. Maybe they've already had a conversation. Maybe Zohran Mamdani's team already had a conversation with Kathy Hochul and her family. You know, I don't know. But I can tell you right now that the man that's running for governor of New York, his name is Bruce Blakeman. You don't vote for Bruce Blakeman. Well, I don't care. Everybody in New York, if anybody's in New York on any of these platforms, TikTok, Facebook, Rumble, YouTube, wherever you're at, the America First Warehouse, you have got to call everybody in New York. Ditch the witch 2026. The witch is Kathy Hochul. You got to ditch her for 2026. And Bruce Blakeman, you got to vote him in. And if we can get Bruce Blakeman in, that will be the end of Zohran Mamdani's political career. He will be finished. He will be done. He'll be over. Bruce Blakeman, I know how he feels about Zohran Mamdani. He's not going to let that go on any further. But I want to take a next look at what I'm showing you here is after Nick Shirley broke this open, look at the FBI at the Quality Learning Center going in, the FBI Minnesota. I think it's number 5.
Look at this video here. Sources tell Fox that federal agents are raiding about 22 businesses across Minneapolis this morning, and sources say many of them are tied to Somali-owned operations. All of this comes after that viral YouTube video from Nick Shirley. It was back in December. In that video, he visited different child care centers, and you'll remember they were either closed or there were just no children inside, despite receiving state child care funding. Now, the location that you're looking at right now, it's the Quality Learning Center. This is the daycare. It went viral. It blew up on social media because of a sign outside with learning that was literally misspelled.
I mean, it's a joke. It's a joke, but it's not funny. And, but how does this community, the Somali community, get over on us like this? Unless it's very, very smart people up top, because they couldn't pull this off themselves. The people that are going to be held accountable, we cannot sit there and say, yes, we're satisfied with that. They are just pawns in the game. Who are the brains behind it? Who's the ringleaders? Who did this? Who is the one? Who is the number one person that everybody wants deported out of this country? You know she was part of it. Well, we think she was part of it. Maybe, possibly, allegedly. We don't know, right? Because I didn't see it. Haven't seen the books. There's cookbooks. Where is the information? Where did the money go? Follow the money. Already Somaliland, they said send her back. Deport her back to Somaliland. We'll take Ilhan Omar if you want to send her back. And she's still walking among free. And you got to see the next video. What was this? We put another one, and this is amazing to me that this is who's running this, and she doesn't even know the difference about World War II or World War XI. Take a look. This is from Ilhan Omar talking about what's happening over here, like giving us American history about World War II, and she refers to it as World War XI. Look at this next clip, the last clip we're going to show you.
The last time the Alien Enemies Act was invoked, it was used to detain and deport German, Japanese, Italian immigrants during World War XI.
You can't make... This is what's leading you. This is what Minnesota has put in to power to guide you, to take care of you and your families. They don't know. They're not from here. I can't even blame her at this point. I blame you guys. I don't care if you're a Republican, a Democrat, a liberal, an independent, a progressive. You put this person in to lead you, and I would even be more embarrassed on the Democrats that this was your choice. We've got anti-Semitism, we've got Islamophobic, we've got very bad people over in Iran saying they want death to America, we got money being stolen out of Minnesota, we got money being stolen out of California, God knows what's going on in New York. We've got a shitload of problems here, and unless we unite and we stand together now, we are going to lose our country. That's what's going to happen. Everybody, Republicans, Democrats, liberals, independents, we are Americans. Throw out the labels, get rid of it, don't care. I don't care about your political views anymore. I will walk with you. I'm asking you to walk with us, and we're not speaking English anymore because we are in the United States of America. We are not in the United States of England. We speak American. That is the new language for the United States. That's what we're pushing. That's what we're showing. And if you are here illegally, well, then by the definition, you are a criminal. Get the fuck out. That's it. Get out. Deport yourself. We want you to come back here. We want you to come back here, but we want you to come back here properly if you're good. But it's now GTFO. It's time to get the fuck out. And we say it very nicely that if you've overstayed your visa and you're taking advantage of it, it's time to go. Not one more child trafficked under our watch. Not one more woman is compromised under our watch. If it happens, it's going to happen by an American and we'll put him away. But it's not going to be happening by someone who should not have had the privilege to meeting one of our children to begin with. It's disgusting and it's an atrocity. And how we are not all getting up and fighting for this, I don't understand where my American brothers and sisters are. I really don't. We need to unite. We need to unite now, all of us together. If you're against socialism, if you're against communism, if you're against everything that is against our values and our traditions, we need to get up now. Our president says he needs us. We need him. He needs us. He can't do it alone. And they just try to take his life for the third time, and we're not all up in arms marching the streets. Every single patriot in the United States of America should be marching right now in every Main Street USA. They try to take our friend Donald J. Trump. This is we the people. We're not going to stop fighting. We're going to keep coming at you, and we will not be turned away because this is our country, not yours. See you next week on the next show. Midnight. I am out. 1, 2, 3. Woo!
For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free in the America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be. America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see, a symbol of hope.